The IRS has a new Form W-4 in 2020. Now you might have heard this, but you might also be asking yourself, what's a W-4? Well, it's simply called the Employee's Withholding Certificate. It's a form that you fill out when you start your new job, and it really just tells your employer how much federal tax to withhold from your paycheck and then send to the IRS. So they withhold this federal tax, and at tax time, if it's not enough, then you are going to owe additional taxes to the IRS. You probably don't encounter your W-4 all that often, right? So generally, you're going to be making updates when you have a change in filing status or a major life event. So, think birth of a child, a divorce, or a huge increase in pay. Those would be times at which you would probably fill out a new W-4. You would also have a W-4 on file with each one of your employers. So if you have 2 employers, you're going to fill out the W-4 twice. So what were the major changes that were made to the form in 2020? Well, the IRS actually attempted to simplify the form, and they simplified it so that it now works in conjunction with the changes that were made in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. So you will no longer see a category for allowances. And what this simplified W-4 form is also going to do is going to ask you about your income sources and your dependents. It's actually going to ask you about all income sources, so even those that you don't have tax traditionally withheld from. So for example, think of things like maybe retirement account distributions or dividends. And the reason it asks you about all of your income sources as well as your dependents is it's trying to get a more comprehensive or big picture view of where your income's coming from. Now, if you have a W-4 on file with your employer already, don't worry, it still works. You don't have to rush out and make changes just because there's a new 2020 form. But I mention this because, of course, we're close to tax time, so it doesn't hurt to take a look at the new form. You're probably gathering things anyways in preparation for taxes. If you are going to take a look, I would also recommend that you use the IRS's W-4 estimator tax tool that's available on the website. And I will post details about that below. What I would recommend though, if you are going to use the IRS tool, is make sure you have things like pay stubs and your old tax returns handy. If you liked today's video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you for watching.